Welcome to Tomorrow's World Today, a show dedicated to the discovery of innovation and cutting-edge technology. We showcase the latest developments from the greatest companies and smartest people in the world. Tomorrow's ideas are out there, and through our journey of inspiration, we will uncover the technology of the future. This is Inventionland World Headquarters. Here now is George Davison.
Hey everybody, welcome to Tomorrow's World Today. I'm your host, George Davison. Well, you may be wondering why I have all these cows behind me and why I'm drinking a protein shake. We're a society that's all about being in shape, working out, looking and feeling good. People may not know the role that protein plays in that, or that whey protein comes from cheese. It's a multi-billion-dollar industry that started on a bicycle delivering milk in Ireland. Turning milk into cheese created a secondary product called whey, which has a lot of protein. Today, it's used as a supplement in lots of products. Now that's what I call innovation. I'm gonna have Tamara dig deep into the history behind whey protein. She's gonna meet the people at Glanbia that own Optimum Nutrition and uncover their latest innovations. And she's gonna recruit a volunteer, an ordinary non-athlete, to take the whey protein challenge. Over to you, Tamara.
In Twin Falls, Idaho, cheese and cow country. It's also the home of some of Glanbia's manufacturing plants. Today, I'm here at Glanbia's Cheese Innovation Center to learn how it all began. The story of how Irish cheesemakers realized the true value behind what had previously been considered a useless byproduct. Let's find out. Hi, Dave.
Hi, Tamara. Welcome to the Glanbia Cheese Innovation Center.
Thank you.
We've got a lot of great things to show you today.
What am I going to be seeing? Tell me a little bit.
We're going to be able to take an opportunity to show you how we bring milk in, and from that milk, we're able to make a variety of products. Whey, originally, if you look back in history, it was a byproduct. They had to find a way to dispose it. Now, through science and through things that we've been able to discover and how we can take specific fractions of that whey protein, what was once thrown away now has become very value add to people's lives.
Well, I always love seeing how science is helping us do new things, so let's
You
go take a
bet.
look.
Let's go ahead and see. Tomorrow, we're actually out here at the perfect time. This is what I was hoping you would be able to see. If you look in this vat here, now when you remember we talked about separating the proteins, you can see the cheese curds that are in there, and there's our casein. There's the casein that we've been able to separate out of that milk. And then the liquid that you see, which has a yellowish color to it, that's our whey protein. Our whey protein's within that liquid. There's a lot of water there, but there's also some whey protein. And what we're gonna do is as this vat continues to make and the pH continues to drop in that fermentation process, we're gonna then drain this whey off and separate the curd from the whey. Okay, Tamara, let's come over here and take a little closer look at these proteins. So here we have both the casein and the whey protein.
It looks like melted butter and popcorn.
Absolutely. So now, as we look at this whey protein here, there's still a lot of liquid there. We're going to learn about how we get rid of some of that moisture, and we're able to take this and make very specific whey products that bring a lot of value to people's lives.
Well, this has been an awesome food science adventure.
Well, it's not over yet. Let's get you out to one of our manufacturing sites so you can see the rest of the process for creating these whey products.
Let's do it.
Mara,
George.
welcome.
Thank you.
Let me show you how we process whey.
All right.
Welcome to our whey processing control room.
Well, thank you so much for setting up this demo for me with all these samples. So the raw whey, that's the last thing I saw when I was at cheese processing. What happens next?
Yeah, that's correct. Raw whey is the input to the whey processing plant. We use these membranes to concentrate and to fractionate the whey protein. We basically have one liquid that comes in and two liquids that go out. Any of the product that doesn't permeate through into the tube becomes a concentrated liquid. So we're concentrating the whey protein in the raw whey to get to what we have here, which is the WPI liquid. Once we have concentrated the whey protein isolate, then we have to get it into a usable form for the consumer, so we dry the liquid into a WPI powder.
Hello.
Hi Tamara, I'm Andrew Lynch,
I seem to hear a little bit of the motherland there, yeah?
100% Irish.
It's nice to see Glanbia keeping things official even here in the US.
And we try to do our best. Yeah. So I've just got good news. Our whey has arrived.
Yes.
And today we're going to go on a journey and show you what goes into development of our gold standard 100% whey, the #1 selling whey protein powder in the world. We're going to go down to the lab and I will lead the way. Well, Tamara, this is our application laboratory where we select the best ingredients to make gold standard 100% whey. And what I'd like to do now is introduce you to Phil Brown, our Director of New Product Development, and Ken Zuplowski, our Materials Science Manager.
Nice to meet you both.
Your whey has just arrived, so we've gone ahead and weighed out some samples. Ken, can you take this to the material science lab?
All right, what do we have going on here?
So here we're evaluating your whey versus a control whey that we know is a fail. So we're gonna go ahead and mix these up really quick. What you see should be plainly obvious. This is a whey that we would reject. And right away you see it's not going into solution.
Oh, it's like a volcano in there.
Exactly.
And now this is my whey,
This
right?
is your whey, exactly.
Oh, wow, that is much better.
So now that we've finished mixing your whey, we're gonna try an actual development in a benchtop. So what we've got here is we've got some of your whey already weighed out. We're gonna add some cocoa powder to it that we've pre-weighed. And we're gonna add our flavor system.
So that, I assume, is your secret sauce?
Yep, that's a proprietary system for flavor sweetener. It won't taste like chocolate without the cocoa, though. So yeah, we're gonna turn this on for 10 minutes and we'll come back and taste.
Okay.
Okay, Tamara, now that you're done with your whey, we can bring it in here and wait 2 years for it to determine if it has the appropriate shelf life.
2 years?
That's right. So typically our products have a 2-year shelf life, and so one way for us to determine if there's any negative interactions between our ingredients is to wait the full 2 years. Or we can use this, a differential scanning calorimeter. So this instrument measures the ingredient interactions and determines if there's any negative consequences. So interactions between the whey powder, the cocoa, as well as the sweetener package.
Wait, hold on. Are there really ever any negative interactions with cocoa? Come on.
We've run the analysis on your samples and everything looked good, so we can go ahead and send you over to Sensory. There we're gonna do the tasting of your whey.
All right, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay, Tamara, if you want to take booth number 8, and I'll join you at number 7.
Okay. Whoa! You didn't tell me we were doing disco taste test.
It can get quite psychedelic in here. Yeah. So welcome to our sensory booth tasting. So what we're going to do today is using scientific, statistical, experimental design and sensory to do an acceptance test on the 2 gold standard whey products that Phil developed in the laboratory.
So basically we're gonna find out how good it tastes.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Hi.
Thank
Today
you.
you're going to be tasting chocolate whey protein shake.
Thank you. All right, so I'm gonna start with 257.
Cheers. Enjoy.
Here we go. And oh, this one's better. I mean, they're both good, but this one was definitely better. It's like a little sweeter, but in a good way, not too sweet. Yeah, we're going with 549.
Okay, I'll tell you what, let's go into the next room and see what the total results look like.
Okay. Aha, so this is where my sample came from. It's the reveal of the magic behind the window.
Absolutely. And Tamara, great news, you're a winner. The results came through and you can see here on the display sample 549, the sample you preferred, was statistically preferred over the other samples. So let's go to the pilot plant, yeah? We're going to scale up 549 and then test for stability before we transfer it to the factory.
Let's scale up.
Okay, Tamara, we're now approaching the final stages of our development process. So welcome to our pilot plant.
Pilot plant. Do you fly things around here? What happens here?
I hope not, yeah. So in our pilot plant, what we're going to do is we're going to take the winning formulation from Sensory, and we're going to prepare something what's called a test batch, and the test batch will be done in our miniature blender, which is a replica of what we have in production. Let me introduce you to John Lifferton, our Senior Principal Food Process Engineer, who's going to walk us through the process.
Hi, Tamara. I'm just about to put the last ingredient in, some whey. Do you want to come up and see?
Sure.
That'd be great.
Hi there.
Hi, Tamara. Welcome up.
Thanks.
Hey, we're just adding the last piece of our last ingredient into this blend, and then we'll go ahead and start it.
And this is the 549 that I was tasting below, that I tasted, right?
Yes, absolutely. So this is the winning formula from the Sensory science testing.
It smells really good.
Doesn't it?
It kind of makes me want some ice cream, I have
So
to be honest.
I'm going to go ahead and just brush this down a little bit. This is just making sure all the ingredients get in. It's going through the magnets.
Oh, wait, magnets? Why are there magnets in there?
Oh, we have magnets as part of food safety. So you always make sure you have consistent quality and safety.
Gotcha.
Okay, you ready for a little start?
Sure.
All right. And then you can sort of see it blending up.
Oh, yeah. It's like a big chocolate cloud in there.
It is, it is. All right, Tamara, we're coming up on our packing line for the pilot plant.
Okay.
All right, Rolla, why don't you go ahead and pack off some of our product?
So what's this we're looking at right here?
So this is an auger filler. So we have the powder coming in the top, and then the auger is like a big screw that turns at a certain speed for a certain number of revolutions and delivers a volume of product. So we
Gotcha.
have a consistent fill. So you'll see we have a consistent fill of our powder blend here. And in production, they actually do have a capper, which puts on the cap at the right amount. But here, I'm the capper.
It's important these days to be multifaceted.
That's right.
Okay, Tamara, now that we've finished packing off our product from the pilot plant, let's go and put it in stability testing. And when everything is passing specification, it's off to production.
All right.
Come on, let's follow me.
Thanks, John.
Bye-bye.
Okay, Tamara, well, welcome to our Optimum Nutrition in-house gym.
This is nice.
It is fantastic. It's a world-class facility. This is where our employees and athletes can come to train and work out. Well, I've got some people I'd like you to meet. Okay, Tamara, I'd like to introduce you to two of our ambassador athletes, avid consumers of our whey protein that they use to help support their performance goals. Aaron and Steve.
Hi, guys.
Hi.
Hey.
Unfortunately, I've got to head away now, so I wish you every success in the gym.
Oh, you're not staying to work out?
Unfortunately not. You're in good hands, and every success. Thank you.
He got out of here real quick, didn't he?
Quick exit there.
Yeah. Well, thank you both so much for taking the time to chat. I know that you're both extremely dedicated to what you do, but you each have different areas of focus. So can you tell me a little bit about that?
Yeah, sure. I like to consider myself a full-time bodybuilder, part-time powerlifter.
Very cool.
And I'm a professional track and field athlete.
Gotcha. So tell me a little bit about how Optimum Nutrition fits into your workout regimen and what you do and your training.
Aaron?
Sure. So for me, I like to use the Optimum Nutrition pre-workout before I work out because it gives me a lot of energy, I can lift better. And then my other favorite is to use the Isolate after my workouts for a bit added recovery.
So is Isolate like a shake? Is it a bar? How does that work exactly?
It's a more filtered form of whey protein.
Okay, gotcha. And how about for you?
I don't think there's nothing that I don't use across the line, to be honest with you. I have biochemists behind me doing constant formulating my pre-workouts, my during, and also my recovery workouts. So it's just a gamut of things in Optimum that just really help me to perform at an optimum level.
Well, I love all of that, and I also love seeing how science can affect our everyday lives. So, one of the ideas we had, which I believe you guys were told about, was to challenge an everyday consumer to start incorporating some optimum nutrition and the lifestyle into an exercise regimen. So I was told that you might have found someone who's willing to take on the challenge.
I think we do have somebody for you.
All right, let's go take a look.
All right.
I'm excited for her to meet Julian.
Yeah, I've mixed up a shake.
Hey guys, how you doing?
Hey.
Julian, Tamara.
Tamara, Julian Taylor, nice to meet you.
Hey, nice to meet you. Thank you so much for being up for this challenge.
Oh yes, this challenge.
Oh, stop it.
You must be a pretty good friend to do this, but I really appreciate it. You know, I'm really excited to see how the science of what goes on here affects everyday consumers like you and me, not so much these elite fitness gurus. What are your exercise and fitness and nutrition goals?
Firstly, it's fitness. Build muscle. I'd like to have some body sculpting to get rid of some of the overweight over the Christmas break type of stuff, you know?
Yes.
I'd like some stamina, so cardio, everything, a plethora of healthiness as a normal consumer would be. That's what I'm looking for.
Okay, and you'll be advising him on diet as well, as far as including the optimum nutrition in the plan, along with the exercise too, so it's a whole lifestyle thing, right?
Hang on, the diet thing? Do I have to lose my burger and my beer?
I mean, commitment.
Commitment, all right. So a cheat day, does a cheat day mean you can have a beer or not?
Sure, you can have a beer. You know, we're just saying not go overboard.
Okay, I get it.
Everything in moderation.
Everything in moderation, I like that idea. I've got one other question. What does it taste like?
Oh, I got that covered for you right here.
It's actually really good. Well,
Wow, that is really good. It's chocolatey.
Yeah. I have a big sweet tooth, so.
All right, I'll see you guys in 8 weeks. See ya. Hey, Matt.
Hey, Julian.
How you doing, mate?
You ready?
Yep. So when we started this program, we started to look at what I would do every single day as a normal workout routine. And to be honest, the last few months before this, I wasn't doing much to what we're doing now. And then supplementing protein to help me build muscle, but feel really comfortable with what I'm building. It didn't happen overnight, but all of a sudden I started to feel that I was bulking up a wee bit. Things are starting to work and slowly but surely pull together. But the other things that I found with this whole program is I'm sleeping really, really well. I've got lots of energy, lots of motivation, and then working with my two athletes, they've been directing me in the right way to keep your head around what you're doing.
So it seems like you've been losing weight pretty consistently. However, if you do notice a plateau, the next thing would be to decrease your calories a little bit. Keep the protein high, keep the intensity of the workouts high, because that's what's going to get you to retain enough muscle.
Don't make it work, because once it becomes work, it becomes a chore, and nobody likes to do chores. I know I didn't like to do chores when I was younger, so making it fun, making it, something you're looking forward to is a release for you, and it's adding to your life, and it's not taking away from it.
I'm not an athlete. I'm not somebody that's out there to go and win a race tomorrow. I'm doing it for personal health, and it's making me feel really good.
I'm here back at the gym for the big reveal on our whey protein challenge. It's time to see what a balanced diet, exercise, and whey protein can do. So I'm off to find our two athletes and our average guy volunteer. Hey, Julian, Aaron, Steve. Hey.
Hey.
How you doing?
I'm good. The question is, though, really, for you two, how's he doing?
I mean, look at him. He's a specimen.
So, how are you feeling?
Really, really good. Within a week of getting on this program and taking the protein and watching what I was eating, getting help from these two guys on how I was going to do it, within a week I could feel a difference.
You started seeing results pretty much right away then.
The actual products themselves, the protein in general, I also was taking an amino acid, I was taking some creatine, I had some powders that were before I work out, which gave you a tingle feeling, and it was a whole interesting program. But the best bit of it really is the change that I felt, and I can do this every day now.
Could I maybe connect you with my boss, George? Because I think he could use this kind of a thing.
Always looking for fresh meat.
Well, thanks so much. It's great to see everyone. Keep at it.
Thanks a lot. See you later. Bye. Let's get back to it.
Yeah.
It's incredible how much of a difference one small secondary product from cow's milk can make in building muscles and improving health. We've gone from delivering milk by bicycle to uncovering that the leftover ingredients while making cheese create something new. It's unbelievable how far we've come in the science of protein and nutrition. Today, the power of protein through supplements adds a much needed enhancement to living a healthier life. Easy peasy.